The topic I picked for discussion today was accompaniment in a concert and the role of an accompanist. So the first thing I wanted to bring up was kind of the role of an entire team of performers over here. That's the word I want to emphasize. It is a team. So it's not just the vocalist, it's not just the violinist or the veena player, it's not just the mridangam. Obviously we come here and we get the entire effect of the entire team on stage. And so my first point is, no matter who you are sitting over here, whether you're a vocalist, whether you're playing a violin, whether you're playing a veena on the side, accompanying the vocalist, whether you're a rhythmist, keep that at the forefront. Project yourselves as a really cohesive team who's really looking out for each other. And those are the tips I think that'll come through, right? So that's what the audience enjoys. They enjoy seeing this interaction on the stage. They enjoy seeing this well-prepared performance that you all have taken so much effort into putting together. So teamwork is the main theme over there. And along with the teamwork is the respect all of you show for each other. So everybody comes with different training here on stage, right? And they bring something new. They bring something different. And for all the performers over here to show that respect and acknowledge what everybody brings to the table, what everybody brings to the stage. So that appreciation comes in many ways. These CCC performances, everybody takes way so seriously, and that is excellent, because that is what is responsible for the growth of all these children. It's important to them to do a very, very good job. And they come prepared, they've worked really, really hard, their gurus work with them for all their training. Wherever it is that you choose to go and perform, take that spirit of taking your music very, very seriously, giving it the respect. We owe music the respect to prepare properly and to really give it our best. So a few tips for the vocalists out there who get ready for, say, a CCC concert. And as I said, I know a lot of you already do this for CCC, but make a point of it so that you take it with you as you go to other platforms as well. So not only are you preparing well for a concert, make sure that you work with your accompanists to make sure they're ready as well. So remember that as the vocalist who takes the center stage over here, you have picked the pieces that you're strongest in, that your guru says showcases your strengths. So if you're comfortable with a certain ragam, your guru might pick you to do a ragam over here where they feel like you want to challenge yourself and go to the next level. But also bear in mind that your accompanist wants to do equally well over here. So make sure you give them the respect and give them the opportunity to prepare well. So let them know ahead of time what you're going to be doing so they can work with their gurus. So as a guru of an accompanist, of course, some of my perspectives come from there. But especially for the more junior students, because they need the time to get ready for it. So you as a vocalist obviously have worked very, very hard to get yourself to the stage. Make sure that your accompanist has the same kind of time and preparation so that they can go there. And as a vocalist, you might be very strong in layam. You might have your kanakas and you thrive on those. Just be mindful of the accompanist. They may not have the same strengths as the vocalist. So if you're going to do a lot of intricate patterns and kanakas, give a heads up to the accompanist. It kind of goes to that overall respect of overall theme of respect and teamwork. So make sure that the whole team is prepared. We concentrate a little bit on the vocalist, and then I'll come to the accompanist a little bit. As the beginning student practices their alapana, they are used to a certain cadence, certain flow of their alapana. When suddenly there's an accompanist there who's answering in phrases, sometimes that can throw off the vocalist, right? So how do you prepare for this? So here, of course, the practice sessions help immensely, but also I think the overall mindset of it being a cohesive performance that the team presents is important, as a little bit more interactive, and be ready for that. If that takes preparation, make sure you give some time to that. work with the accompanist. Pause a little bit after your alapana phrases so that the accompanist can reply. As you practice, different vocalists have different requirements. Some vocalists are perfectly happy with the accompanist kind of reply with long phrases after they're done. Some vocalists tend to get a little bit distracted because it destroys the flow, right? So vocalists feel free to give feedback to your accompanists. Okay, that's how the teamwork progresses, right? Now, in terms of the accompanist preparation, so when you hear about the song list, for example, start listening to some of those songs. Get into the mood of those songs. Even if the vocalist themselves hasn't given you a recording, that's fine. Okay, but they've told you what the song is that they're going to sing. In today's era of technology, you can just go YouTube it and find 5 different people singing that song, right? At least 5 people. So go ahead and start getting familiar with it. Find the different Sangadi structures that work. Try and get the mood of that song to sink in, because the more you absorb that, the better you can support the vocalist. In terms of interactions on stage, I know a lot of folks over here, when they're going for their intro slots, are quite tense, and that's in a way that's great, because what that tension tells the audience is you're taking this music seriously and you want to do well, and I think that is something we can all appreciate, right? But at the same time, as you grow there, start interacting with your accompanist, and remember that yes, you're up on stage as a vocalist, but your tension is no different than the tension of your accompanist, right? So you're a team, and the more you can do to make everybody else feel comfortable and feel like, we can do this together, that's going to help everybody. So interact, and if you don't feel comfortable smiling on stage, nobody's pressuring you to smile on stage, but at least look at your accompanist, right? So look at them, kind of nod, find out if they're ready to start the song. Look at them as they're doing their alapana. Look at them as they're responding to your kalpana song. So these kind of interactions you can do without kind of forcing a smile if you're already feeling tense. We all know that there's different parandarams that come and visit the CCC platform, and there's different parandarams that you will be accompanying. Get a feel for what that parandaram is all about when you accompany, because different styles have different emphasis, and it really helps if you kind of add that emphasis and bring out that feeling as an accompanist when you're up there on stage with them. I've noticed that all the violinists and all the veena players over here, when they accompany songs, are really, really well prepared. Right? They know all the vocalists, some of these inside out, and they're able to play along with them. That's great. That's going to last for a little bit longer. After that, you're going to be accompanying people where you don't know their Sangadi's phrase for phrase, and you just have to wing it as you go along, and your experience as a musician helps you do that. So the more and more you keep listening to music, the more capable you're of those.
The main singer is singing for about 5 minutes ragam, like alapana. Then how much time should the accompanist should play? Is there any there are different things people say. So the duration of that.
So that's a great question. So the accompanist should the duration of the accompanist's alapana, for instance, should be less than the main person's. Okay, but not. So, for example, if the main person sings it for about 5 minutes, I would say an accompanist should reply for about 3.5 minutes would be appropriate. So, actually, you bring up a good question. One thing I just want all our vocalists to be aware of is no matter whether you're singing for a 5-minute slot or a 10-minute slot or a 15-minute slot, if as a vocalist you're doing a 1-minute alapana, offer an alapana response time to your accompanist. I know sometimes you're trying to get it within 10 minutes and get it within 15 minutes, but it goes back to the respect and the teamwork, right? So you don't want to say, sorry, I'm not going to give you a chance to reply to my alapana because I'm out of time, and Padma is going to get very upset if I go for call for another 30 seconds. And that's true for your Vidwan Srikanth accompanist as well. give them the opportunity for a Vora Korve if they're interested. If they turn it down, that's their right. But again, as respect for your accompanists, give them the chance to be part of the team and do something as well.
I had a question. When the vocalist is singing like small runs of Kalpana Swara, would it be better for the violinist to play like the exact same thing as they're playing for small runs, or different?
So I think that depends on you. I think it makes for nice variety if you can kind of keep the overall pattern similar, but not necessarily play exactly the same thing. If you want to reply with exactly the same thing, I think that creates a different mood. As an accompanist, I think it's a mark of your progress also if you can kind of maintain the mood and enhance it. And you notice this when you listen to our stalwarts recordings. You know, they take general thing and then they just put a slightly different twist on it, and it makes all the difference. But at the same time, if they're doing small little rounds and your response is like totally unrelated to the theme, it really just detracts from it. So maintain the theme, maintain the mood, but try and inject some variety.